Welcome back to my channel. My name is Dylan Jarris. I'm a military spouse. I'm a mom of 2 boys, and I'm an Etsy seller of 6 years. I've done $1.25 million on Etsy. Now I'm teaching you how to take the steps to do that for yourself as an Etsy business coach, where I walk alongside you and teach you the steps that I took to get there. So today I'm going to be talking about 5 ways to stand out from the competition on Etsy without competing on price. My whole philosophy is that you never want to compete in the price game. You can never win the price game, and it is just a race to the bottom. So if you are starting on Etsy and you're having a hard time getting traction and standing out from the competition, I'm going to show you 5 ways to compete without lowering your price and without taking a margin hit. So my background is in e-commerce. I worked for Zappos. I worked for Zulily. I went to the London College of Fashion. I have a business degree. I am all about the business side of Etsy. You're not going to get an artist perspective from me. You'll get the business perspective. And I really don't mess around. One of the huge benefits to not competing on price is that once you get momentum and market share on Etsy, you can raise your prices and actually see your sales volume increase. And I don't just mean your revenue, I mean the number of orders. That is the point that I have gotten my business to in 6 years of trial and error, and I know I could really save you some time and headaches. So 5 ways to stand out from the competition without competing on price. These are all tactics that I have used and that I do use in my shop. They are also tactics that I use when I am trying to break into a new market where I am not known for a specific product, but I want to become the market leader. The first thing you're going to do is make sure that your shop settings are set to enabling requests for customizations. You want to allow customers to request customizations from you. This does not mean that you have to commit to doing any customization, but a lot of your competition, they will not even entertain customization. So by even just showing a customer that you're willing to make some adjustments for them, you're going to get a lot more customer inquiries that way, and customers are going to contact you a lot more because you have that turned on. This simply encourages customers to reach out to you. This also is a great way to grow your product offering by saying yes to the requests of customers. Now the reason you want to grow your product offering in this way is because you know that you're creating something that someone wants, versus the other option would be creating things and hoping people want them. It's a lot better to grow your product offering through saying yes, because it's a sign customers are telling you either they weren't able to find it in the marketplace or they want it from you specifically. That method, saying yes, is exactly how I grew my shop. And by enabling custom requests from your customers, it's going to encourage them to reach out and ask you for what they want. Along with enabling this and saying yes, I recommend that you be willing to actually work with customers who want to customize something. So adding a name to something, being willing to change a color of something, that's really going to help you stand out from your competition, especially if you're trying to become a market leader when it's a saturated market. So just say yes and go the extra mile, because a lot of existing shops that are more mature are oftentimes not willing to do that because they're getting a lot of business and they're comfortable and they haven't had to for a little while. Now, the second thing you are going to do to stand out from the competition is to offer sizes that they do not offer. You are going to offer both smaller sizes and larger sizes of an item. Now, by offering smaller sizes, you're able to offer an entry-level price point that might be lower than your competitors. And by offering larger sizes, you're going to get a higher average order value, your AOV, and that means higher margin dollars per item sold, and likely a higher hourly wage. Now, with larger sizes, a lot of shops simply don't want to deal with the hassle of creating something that's large. Maybe they don't even have the capability or tools to make something in a larger size. So if you do, and if you can provide that, you are going to stand out because you're able to serve a customer that they're not. A couple examples of this would be offering a larger size run. So maybe your competition offers sizes small through extra large. Well, if you can offer extra small and extra large, that sets you apart. You're able to serve a customer that they are not. Another example would be, let's say that you do laser cut or CNC cut signs. Maybe your competition only has a machine that can cut signs up to 24 inches. Well, if you have a machine that has greater capability to create larger signs, let's say 48 inches, you are going to be able to serve a customer that they cannot. So oftentimes a larger size piece has a higher barrier to entry. So if you are investing in equipment or tools that will determine the sizes that you can offer, consider making a little bit of an extra investment to allow for larger sizes, because this will set you apart. The next way to stand out from the competition without competing on price is by offering additional colorways. Now you'll notice that a lot of mature shops that own the market, they get really comfortable with their offering. So they have the same 4 standard colors. They don't really change this because they're comfortable. They're getting a little complacent. They're not as hungry for business as you might be. So I recommend offering different colors and more colors than your competition. Maybe you have no idea what colors or prints to add in your mix. Well, a great way to figure this out is to ask your customers. So if a customer messages you about an item, or if they order the item from you, go ahead and ask if they would prefer it in any other color, and that you would do what you can to see if that's possible. Let your customers tell you what they want. This is so much better than trying to guess yourself. Now, number 4, if you're doing print on demand, I recommend standing out from the competition by using your own photography instead of always using mock-ups. Now, I know this seems really labor intensive, but it is so worth it. In my course, Multi-Six-Figure Etsy Blueprint, I show you how to do this. You do not need a professional photographer, and this actually allows you to differentiate your brand among the sea of print-on-demand shops. I don't know if you've noticed, but when you look up shirts or sweatshirts or whatever on Etsy, it's impossible to tell the difference between which shop is selling what. It basically looks like one big storefront. And there's no way for a customer to look at a listing photo and recognize what shop that's from, because all the shops are using the same photos. So use your own photos for at least like 10% of your listings. If you're doing mock-ups, get a couple samples. It is so worth it. Consider it a business expense and write it off. I show you how to set up a really simple, easy, inexpensive photo shoot to take photos with your iPhone that will really set you apart. Now, the 5th way to set yourself apart from the competition without competing on price is with your turnaround time. Now, this is your production time. You need to give a wide range for your turnaround time, and this will help you be more competitive. This doesn't mean that you need to, turn your orders over in like 24, 48 hours. This just means that you need to increase the range of your turnaround time. For example, my range is 3 to 10 business days. This captures customers that are looking for a quick turnaround time. Customers see that it could arrive as soon as blank or as late as blank. So it's a wider window, but they see that there's at least a possibility of it arriving sooner. This also gives me great flexibility when I'm running my business, because there's not the same amount of pressure to make sure that I get XYZ done every single day. I can do more one day, a little bit less the next day, and it really fits in my schedule nicely. So by offering a wide range, 3 to 10 business days, Etsy is going to put the ship date as at the 10 business days, so at the latest possible ship date. A recap message, and I give you the exact script for this in my program. You are going to cite that date, that's the 10 business days, and you're going to say it's at the latest. And then if they come back to you and say, whoa, I need it sooner, I thought it could be here sooner, then you upsell them with the rush order fee. We need to get over the idea that we have to compete on price in order to break into a saturated market. There are many other ways to do this. These are just 5 ways. I have at least 10 more ways that you could use to differentiate yourself. If you found this helpful, please subscribe to my channel. And if you'd like to know more, or if you're interested in the rest of the ways, I'd love to talk to you about your business, about what you even want to do on Etsy. Maybe you don't have a business yet, but you see like, wow, this girl did $1.25 million. I wonder if that's possible for me. What I would say to that is, how badly do you want it? And how hard are you willing to work? What is your work ethic really like? How consistent can you be? And how badly do you want this? If you feel like I have to make this work, I have to make Etsy work, I need this to work, I would love to talk to you. You are exactly the type of person that I want to work with. Feel free to connect with me on Instagram at Dylan Jaris, and we can touch base, talk about what your goals are, and I'll see if I can help you out. All right, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you back here in a couple days for another video.